throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Herbert on first down now. He finds his man, complete. That's Young, finding room at midfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Harold Landry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Brewer buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check that, streak.
Again, it's Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here we go.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So the interception, that had him set up in golden shape, but no first down comes of it. And in the end, no points come up.
And Brandon, I tell you, in a sudden change offense, you must capitalize. This is where you can really swing momentum in your favor. But that time, they let him off the hook.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Herbert now. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Herbert. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. The point after is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off play action. Brewer. Got a man. That's Colin Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brewer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll decide to keep this once more. Going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Brewer nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Young. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Running on first down, Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that's into the hand. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Come on. Hey.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Go, Reed, go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slow with that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Cook again. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
He's going to keep this again. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready?
Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chargers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as the... Start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. In motion right is Austin.
79 Broncos. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there And they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The slot man in motion right. Herbert. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Come on. Hey.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team